Good with it, man. You know what I'm saying? This your guy, man, Michael Scarry, coming at you, man, with a little bit of Oakland Raider by way of Las Vegas pregame talk. You know what I mean? It's just for me to share a couple of thoughts with y'all on the games coming up. The first thought I wanna point out and want to mention, for one, man, all this talk about trade Derek Carr. I mean, I think I need to put that to bed, man. I mean, we got to go back. We got to have long-term memory for one, man. You know what I mean? Between Rich Gannon and Derek Carr, you know what I'm saying? I can go and do my research and say we've had at least 10 quarterbacks in between Rich Gannon and Derek Carr. You know what I mean? Where we had, pretty much sporadic quarterback play. You know what I mean? Probably the best notable Kerry Collins temporarily, you know what I'm saying? Then we had Jason Campbell. They gave us pretty good years, you know what I'm saying? You know how many people remember that Dante Culpepper experiment, and I forgot the guy from that we had got from New Orleans, you know what I mean? We had some all in all not consistent quarterback play, but we've had at least the last 8 years of some damn decent quarterback play. You know, if we let Derek Carr go, who in the hell are we going to replace him with? I'm hearing dudes on here talking about Tom Brady. Man, Tom Brady is over the hill. He's over the hill. He's not going to do us any damn good, man. You know what I mean? How can you say on the one hand that you are a Raider fanatic, you are a football fanatic, you understand football, and you think that Tom Brady is going to come in and do us more justice simply because he knows Josh McDaniel's system? You know, that's one element. Another element we talking about, man, letting Darren Waller go. Now, I'm on the fence with that. You know what I'm saying? Because on the one hand, just being honest, at times it seemed like Darren Waller was milking his contract. But historically, it's been kind of hit and miss as far as our history with giving free agents the bag. You know what I mean? A lot of them has come and milked the clock with us. But I gotta give Max Crosby his roses. Max Crosby is the epitome of gratefulness after you give him the bag, because that man ain't did nothing but show up. But I'm on the fence with Darren Waller. You know what I mean? I know what he can be once he's in his best form of mind. Hunter Renfrow, I'm all the way bought on Hunter Renfrow. I think he's had a down year. Every player gonna have it. You know what I mean? He's gotten hurt, which he's a small dude. At some point, he's going to get hurt. It's a learning curve. But the dude is a dog. So, do we need to make some adjustments? Sure. I think we probably need to add some depth on there. Yeah, we do need to add some depth for sure. We definitely need to add depth. But for us to say that we need to cut Derek Carr or let him go, that is just pure stupidity, man. You know what I'm saying? What we need to do is chill out, for one. As far as the Raiders concerned, we need to do one thing: learn how to finish a game. We have demonstrated on more than one occasion. We blew 5 games after leading. Now add them 5 games to the 6 wins we have. You know what I'm saying? We are an 11-win team right now. We are an 11-win team if we win those games. We are a playoff team, which means that we have the tools to win. We have the team to win with. What we didn't have is the ability to finish games. And I have to give, me personally, I blame all that shit on, excuse my language, I give all of that on to Josh McDaniels. He's the coach. The problem with Josh McDaniels at times is the same problem I saw when we had John Gruden. They get way too vanilla when it comes to finishing games. You get a league, then you want to It's like you forget about the playbook. You just go to sleep. You got to be a dog with the play calling as well. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's one. If it's one coach that I can remember that did the Raiders justice when we had a league playing a game. If y'all remember Bill Callahan. Remember Bill Callahan, the coach that do you remember the coach that we had when we lost John Gruden? We had Bill Callahan, and Bill Callahan was a dog. That man was trying to score 100 points a game if possible, man. You know what I mean? He never let up. I don't know why somebody keep on calling me, man, but he never let up. He kept playing all the way through. So we need to learn how to finish games. We need a coach, if anything, if we want to keep Josh McDaniels, to play and call a full four-quarter game. No letting up. Is Derek Carr perfect? No, he's not. But he's the best answer for the Raiders right now. He's the best quarterback that we have for the Raiders. If we want to bring a quarterback in, that quarterback needs to be in, to learn and demonstrate that he can be better than Derek Carr. We don't get rid of Derek Carr, then bring someone in and start over. We're not a rebuilding team. This is not a rebuilding process. Do you know how much money we spent this year to bring in these free agents and to give new contracts out? You know what I'm saying? It's going to take us years to rebuild and then throw away. And you don't start a rebuilding process after you go to the playoffs one year. Then the next year, you let your coaches go, who we probably shouldn't have. Honestly, I feel like we should have kept the staff from last year. I feel like that was the team from top to bottom to build with. You know what I'm saying? That was magical. I feel like you continue that magic and keep that magic going, but we moved ahead. We did what we did. We brought in a new coaching staff, GM, and all of that, and we spent a lot of money. To throw all of that away on a rebuilding after that, it's the same problem we made when we made the playoffs before. You know what I'm saying? Then we went on this rebuilding hype. Remember, we let Jack Del Rio go, then we brought in John Gruden, then we went on a couple of years stint where we just sucked. We can't keep doing that. Then call ourselves want to be contenders. No, that's not what no other team's doing. Jacksonville, the Jets, and all these teams, you know what I mean? They stuck with it, and look how they looking. They building because they have continuity. We have to keep that. You have to maintain the continuity, keep the line. You know what I mean? Raider fans, I'm like y'all. I'm a Raider fan like y'all. I'm a Raider for life, period. I love my team. I wouldn't give a fuck if the Raiders went to China. They're going to always be my team. They're going to always be the Oakland Raiders to me. I don't care where they move to. But we have to understand that it's not about what we think. We don't make the damn decisions. We can hope that, when we complain that it was somehow reach Mark Davis and those who are the decision makers. But it's not up to us. Stop talking like you're decision makers. No. Let's be realistic. You know what I'm saying? There are people that are fans and part of this that really want to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That, really need some answers that we can help them, provide them with, that can give them more sensible understanding of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? We're not rebuilding. It'd be dumb. It'd be the epitome. It'd be dumb as. It'd be dumb to rebuild. We're not rebuilding after spending that money. So we stick with Derek Carr. We work with him. Give that man some consistency. That man has never had consistency in his career. Imagine if Derek Carr had the consistency that Tom Brady and them had. Imagine what he would be by now. The man has played good enough to get us to the playoffs. He's got hurt the first time. The second time, we got cheated up out of that. You know what I'm saying? But give that man some consistency. Give that to him. See where we go from there. I think whether we make the playoffs or not, if we keep this team together, I believe we will be a playoff team next year. We are a playoff team this year should we know how to finish games. Josh Jacobs, get that man his contract. If I'm Devontae Adams, Derek Carr, Chandler Jones, Max Crosby, all of these Renfro, all of these big names, they got their contracts. You seen what Josh Jacobs did this year. Take a pay cut to keep that man, just like y'all took a pay cut to get Devontae Adams and all of that. Make them decisions for Josh Jacobs. Get that man, let that man, get his payday, so that way we can be a playoff team. If we don't make the playoffs this year, we will make the playoffs team next year. But this is not a rebuilding process right now. We're not rebuilding. Let's kill that notion. Let's focus on keeping what we have and building on it and strengthening it. Y'all be too quick to want to give something up and want to quit on something when something go bad. It's going to go bad. Everybody predicted, and I can't wait to rub you, man. I'm glad to have this opportunity to rub this in y'all face. For all of y'all that in the preseason predicted that Devontae Adams was going to have a down year because he was Derek Carr. It don't look like Devontae Adams is having no down year. It look like that man is balling his ass off. It look like he's balling. He's doing his thing. So, I just had to get that note in. But, like I said, though, this is not rebuilding. This is about continuity. And if it's about anything other than that, then, let's kill this notion of talking about winning and want to be a winning team. There's nobody we're going to bring in that's going to take us to the promised land. They're just going to come in. Tom Brady may know Josh McDaniels' system, but he hasn't been in Josh McDaniels' system for a year. Josh McDaniels' system has changed. Tom Brady has went to another team and learned a whole nother system. You know what I'm saying? And learned a whole nother system. And we can't compare just because he went to the Buccaneers and they had that magic or whatnot. They put all the tools around him to make him successful. Offensive line, multiple weapons, all of that, which technically he would have here. But Tom Brady is over the hill. Who do you trust more if you have to break out of that pocket and run? At least we've seen that Derek Carr can run. Every time I seen Derek Carr run, I saw him get us a first down. I don't see Tom Brady running at all. If I'm going to implement something from the Josh McDaniel Brady system that I wish that they would implement here, it is what they call it, that quarterback sneak. I don't see them calling no quarterback sneaks with Derek Carr. Why not? Why don't y'all call quarterback sneaks when we 4th and inches, 3rd and 1, or 4th and 1? Why don't y'all do that with Derek Carr? Do that with him. He's just as strong as Tom Brady is. You know what I mean? So if we want to implement them things into there, and I think we'll be better. Let's be realistic with our views on what we're doing with this team. If this reaches anyone who has a decision make over the Raiders, or or if any Raider fans, the Raider Nation is watching this, let's get real with this, man. This is not a rebuilding situation. Let's change the theme. Not rebuild, continuity, consistency. Give Derek Carr a consistent system that he can work with, not just for a year or 2 years. Give him continuity for the duration of his contract. And I think that should we do that, I think I don't see how we don't be a Super Bowl contender. Why do I say that? You might say, why do I say that? Look at our record. Should we win those games that we lost? We are at least a number 2 seed right now in the playoff picture. Should we win those games? We have demonstrated that we can score against anybody. Anyone. We have demonstrated that there's no one we can't score against. Our defense has showed that there's no offense that they can't slow down. So if we scoring and our defense can slow down, and there are consistent play calling throughout the game, not just scripted for the first 13, 14 couple of plays. We talking about for a full game. From here on out, I don't see nobody bother. I don't see nobody stopping us. So with that said, I'm gonna end on that note. I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you enjoyed what you heard, like, share, and subscribe. They keep calling me. Like, share, subscribe, and check me out. I'm gonna keep the content coming later on. Me and my cousin Gary, we're going to have another Raider pregame talk. I'm gonna hear some of his thoughts and some of his opinions. But in the meantime, YouTube, thank you for watching, and I look forward to chatting with you later on. Feel free to leave some comments. Let me know what you think about this, and moving forward. And I'll talk with you next time. I'm out.